Okay, so welcome again to our international cosplay guests. And I would like to start with a little introduction round. So maybe we could start either in Germany over there with our guest Serge, maybe. Just tell us a little about yourself, like maybe how long you have been cosplaying, maybe some cosplays you were famous for, or what your biggest achievement is in cosplay, something like that.
Okay, as you know, I'm Serge, I'm from Russia, so I'm cosplaying about the 8 years, and one of my favorite characters is a front wheel from the Lord of the Rings. So, and of course I made all of my costumes by myself and a lot of stuff. I have a workshop with my friend, so we can make commissions for the other cosplayers, and it's like, you know, a little bit presentation for today, and I'll show you some of my works and some of my masterclass for the making armor and for the casting some little pieces. So I think it'll be okay.
Your panel will be today at 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah, my panel
right here.
Yes, right here in 1 o'clock. Yeah, you can come. So it's really a pleasure for me.
Kika, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Hi, I'm Kika from Italy, and I play cosplay since 2009. And I made my, sorry for my bad English, I made my costume by myself. And at 11, I have a workshop about material that I use in Italy, it's most popular. And I hope to enjoy. And okay.
Maybe any cosplay? Sorry. What are your most famous cosplays or cosplays that you've worn a lot?
Ladybug from Miraculous Ladybug is a simple costume, but this is the most popular in Italy. And yeah. And after Rathalos from Monster Hunter. This was my first armor that I made. Sorry for my English.
No, absolutely not. Thank you very much. Okay, now to Japan.
Good morning. 私は日本から来ましたコスプレイヤーのレイです。日本では、刀剣乱舞、あとファイナルファンタジーの作品のコスプレをよくしています。で、人気があるみたいです。で、日本で、主に写真集や写真の、現像っていうのかな、レタッチっていうクリエイトな部分を主にやっています。よろしくお願いします。
Hello, I'm Lei from Japan, and I think in Japan my most favorite cosplays are Touken Ranbu, the Sword Boy game, and Final Fantasy, and I really like to do the retouching of pictures, and I've been creating photo books since a few years, so I think that's what I'm probably most famous for.
Hi, I'm Frau from Germany. I'm a cosplayer since 2005, and since 2011 I participated in several cosplay competitions like ECG, WCS, the German Cosplay Championship, and the Euro Cosplay Catering in France. And yeah, I think my favorite cosplay I made by myself is my sculpted costume. And yeah, the most I like about cosplay is styling wigs and yeah, sewing but I think the most I like styling wigs. Yeah.
I'm Suki Cosplay, and I'm cosplaying since 2011. It's not so long, and I started because of her. She forced me. And I think, I don't know what's my most famous cosplay. I would say like, I don't know, what is the most famous? My Otabek? Yeah, Otabek maybe, because like, you know, Yuri on Ice is like, yeah. Yes, I hit it, yeah. But I think my favorite, like from my own, my most favorite cosplay, I think it's the last one, Shaolan, because we put so much effort in our WCS cosplays, like painting everything by hand, and yeah, and the sword, making the sword, like, and this was like, I think this is my favorite cosplay. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so our international cosplay guests already judged the cosplay catwalk on Friday. Is that right? Did you all judge the contest on Friday? So what was your impression of the German cosplayers? Did you like it? Maybe just. Serge, do you want to start?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm really impressed about the high level of the cosplayers here. It's so much beautiful cosplayers and so much beautiful people here. And you know, catwalk it's short presentation, yeah. But I really like the Mercy cosplay. It's really cool. The proportion are good. The makeup and the looking like the stuff is okay. Assassin's Creed cosplay, yes. So I think it's one of the best here. Yeah.
It's for me it's the same, but I like the interpretation and the quality of the costume of all the cosplayer, and yeah, the level is very high. Yeah, so I think that I say all.
はい、ドイツのコスプレのキャットウォークを、見させてもらったんですけど、まず全体的にクラフトのレベルがかなり高いと思いました。日本のコスプレイヤーよりクラフト技術がかなりあります。はい、以上です。
And I had the pleasure to judge the catwalk as well, and I think that especially the level of crafting in Germany is really, really high compared to Japan, like armor making and these kind of things.
Okay. I was also. Yeah, I think I talked with them like about all the same. Like they're all telling me, and it is like in Germany like a really high quality. That we have like so many different kinds like of sewing and the crafting, and then there's like really on point. And I think this is really nice to hear for the German cosplayers that they're like really good. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about traveling? What's your favorite thing about traveling to another country to see cosplayers from other countries? Is there anything you like most? Like, I don't know, chatting about crafting techniques, or maybe just see performances? What's your favorite thing about traveling?
Okay. I've been so much times in the Asian conventions, in China, in Malay, and Indonesia, and in Singapore. So in all of these countries too, high level, you know, in China most of people prefer their own fandoms, the Chinese fandoms like Animuc or something else. And they made a lot of beautiful armors, a lot of beautiful costumes, and attention to the makeup too. So it's really cool. And in other Asian countries, when I've been, it's a similar situation, but maybe not a lot of quantity of the armors. So yeah.
So you like the variety of costumes and just the different kinds of craftsmanship that you see?
I think all of this stuff, and the sewing too, the wigs, the makeup, making the armors. So yeah, I think it's important to have high level all of these things. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Tika?
I see only the Spanish and the Bulgaria convention for now, and this week I'm here, and I see the different quality in this country. So German for me is better, and for the curious details, about the fabrics, and yeah. The German is my favorite cosplayer, and I see the contest on YouTube online, and I follow a lot of cosplayers from Germany. So yeah, I like the armor and the costume that you choose in this country.
Do you like talking about how people made something and maybe exchanging little tips and tricks or something? Do you like talking about that to international cosplayers?
Yeah, yes, there are some cosplay. I don't know.
Okay,
for me, it is the first time to come here, or I see the other country in this year. So I don't.
Thank you.
こうやって海外のイベントにご招待してもらえるっていうことは、まずその現地のコスプレイヤーの人だったり、コスプレしてない人、アニメとか漫画が好きな人にも会えるのが、かなりの楽しみであったりします。で、2つ目に撮影、その土地で撮影をすることも楽しみであります。で、一番楽しいのがこの日本人ではない顔を見れるっていうことなんですよ。で、そのコスプレしてる人もコスプレしてない人の顔もかっこいいし可愛いから大好き。
For me, when I get invited to events, the funniest or the thing I enjoy most is to see people cosplaying in this country, and also to talk to them, and also to talk to people who are not cosplaying but are still fan of anime and manga. And the second thing I really enjoy is doing photo shoots in these countries, because usually they have kind of different landscapes or whatever, so this is really nice. And what I also really like is to look at faces, because there are a lot of different faces from Japanese, and they all look so cool and so sweet, and I really like that.
Thank you.
For me, I'm always impressed when I met international cosplayers, and yeah, we both met during our experience in several international competitions, a lot of them, and yeah, I like chatting with them, and yeah, for tips and tricks, I think it's really helpful.
Yeah, we learn a lot about like also crafting or sewing, like little tricks you see on the other cosplayers, and you don't know them, and then like with every visiting or you learn more, and one of them, they're like for us like really close friends now, and it's beautiful because you're like you have friends like all over the world, and this is like what cosplay for us is, to make friends and to have just fun with the hobby. Yes.
Thank you. Before we take questions from the audience, can you maybe answer one more question? I would like to know, what is your most memorable cosplay experience? Like maybe your best memory or a very funny story, something you'd like to share, something related to cosplay. Any ideas? We can start here if you want.
Okay, I have one that's like, it was like when Niki, like Formings, she won the German cosplay competition, DCM, Deutsche Cosplay-Meisterschaft. It was like, I knew that she will win, but she was like, no, I will not win, I will not win. And then like, all the places come to the stage, and she was like, yeah, okay, I will even not make a place on the stage, like, no, I will not win. And then she won the competition, and we both looked at each other, and she started to cry, and then the day I wear Aomine, and he's like a really strong character, never cry, and I was like crying like a little girl, and totally got crazy. And this is like the moments I like the most. Also when we won the WCS, we were both like, no, we will not win, and we didn't expect it, and then they say like, yeah, and the name of the team, and it was like the same name as the Konichi, is like California. So we were like, oh my goodness, and then we started to cry, and all the makeup and everything. But this is like for us, I think, or maybe for me, like the coolest and nicest and lovely moments. So yes, to see like there are a person who likes your cosplay, and you can win and get something from it. Yes, I think this is the most lovely moment.
Yeah, it's the same for me, and I think the most precious thing for me is to win after a competition, after our skit, when the people came to us and said we liked your skit. It's really cool to hear that people liked it, things we do on stage.
思い出に残ったこと、私は日本の東京ゲームショウっていうゲームが好きなので、東京ゲームショウによく遊びに行きます。で、最初の頃は私はそのファイナルファンタジーのステージをお客さんの立場で見ていました。で、コスプレをずっと続けていたら、去年、東京ゲームショウで、スクエア・エニックスさん、ファイナルファンタジーの会社さんに「あ、ごめんね、ソーリー」ファイナルファンタジーのゲーム会社さんに「あなた今日ステージに出ませんか?」って言われて、そのステージの上に上がらせてもらったことが一番の嬉しかったことで、思い出です。コスプレをやっててとても良かったと思いました。
My most memorable moment was that when I'm a big fan of games, and I attend the Tokyo Game Show very often, and in the past I always did so as a guest, and then I went to the Square Enix booth, or stage. And last year Square Enix has asked me to do Noctis for them on stage, so I became a participant on the stage, and that was really, really nice. And in that moment I thought, well, it's really cool to be cosplaying.
For me, in a convention on Italy, I bring with my friend Ladybug Eshanwar. It's a cartoon for kids, and in this convention there are a lot of kids, and when see me and my friends, oh my god, you're really Ladybug! And we have a lot of photo with this child, and for me it's a epic moment. because Adobe become for a kids a moment, a special moment. So this is for me.
So okay, yeah, I have some one of funny situations when I came to one of the conventions in China. So when I came, I need to find one of my assistants who can meet me in the airport. So, and I saw one man with the piece of paper. And in this paper is writing my name, Serge. So, okay, I asked her, you know, you find me for me? I'm Serge. So they answered me, yeah, Serge, yeah, come, okay, just go. Okay. And then we are going to the hotel, and when we already came to the hotel, I see it is not my assistant. Because he gave me list, autograph list, and that is in this list my name, but second name was not mine. Oh my God, there is another Serge, I mean, who came to China from Russia, I mean, yeah. And this is not a big city, it was one, you know, small city. Like a town. So I'm really impressed. And okay, and my assistants, they miss me. My real assistant, they miss me. So I asked for this man, can you go back with me to the airport? He said, okay. And then we go back. I meet my real assistant, and when we go to the hotel, it was the same hotel. Yeah, it's unbelievable situations, 1 to 1 million. Yeah, I think it was really funny, and I'm really a little bit scared, you know, about myself.
That's really awesome. Thank you for sharing the stories. So I would like to take questions from the audience now. I will come downstairs. Do we have any questions yet? You can ask a question to the general panel or just a specific question for someone you would like to know more about. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to ask the question in English, you can also ask it in German, of course, and I will translate.
Do you style your wigs on your head or before you put it on?
Is this to everyone or to everyone? Okay. Maybe our wig expert, Nikki, will answer this question.
I think, also for me, I always style my wigs on a wig head. And then I put it on, and if I have to fix something, I do it then on my head with some help of my friends or some hairspray.
Yeah, like, you know, the foam heads, and we put it on, and then we style the wig, and sure, the last preparation you do on your head, because you need to check if it's like fitting your face or your head size and everything. And sometimes we try like between the styling, putting on and looking like if the length is okay, or like, you know, like this. Yeah, I think that's it.
ウィッグのセットは最初まずかぶります。かぶってドライヤーで癖をつけてから、一回前フロントだけをセットしたら後ろは見えないのでウィッグマネキンヘッドにかぶせて後ろをやってもう一回かぶってで全体的にこう見てでもう一回戻してでもう一回最終調整してスプレーかけて固めて終わり、はい、カットも最 最初かぶった時に前は大体カットします。でもこの辺は見えないから、後ろはマネキンかぶせて後ろ自分でこうカットします。前はかぶってやります。顔のサイズとかが見たいので。
When I style wigs, then I first put it on my head, and then I do the front part, and I cut it and I style it, and then I put it on a wig head because I cannot see what's going on behind, and then I cut behind, and then I put it on again, and then I check if it looks good, and yeah, that's it.
I think Lei, you have a special trick for keeping your wig really flat to your face, right? Like the super glue that you use. Can you talk about that?
グルーについて、ここは、接着剤でくっつけてるんですけど、日本の時代劇ってわかる？を使われてるようなカツラを固定するウィッグ用のハードグルーを使っています。絶対取れない。
Lei has a special trick for gluing her hair here on her cheeks, and it's a really strong glue that's used in Japan for these old Japanese movies where all the samurai have this kind of bold head, and so the glue is really strong because usually these bold heads are glued on the top of your head with this glue, so she can basically do everything and the hair won't cut off and won't get off. But to be honest, it really stinks as hell. It's really sorry.
And I put the wig in a head and I cut it, and after I put a wig cape and with a spray and glue I made, for example, the spike or the other style in the of the wig.
How did your wig get so thick in the back? Did you sew extra hair into it, or
yeah.
is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of hair.
It's only spray.
Awesome. Can you turn around a bit?
Yeah.
Show us?
Yeah. Okay.
It's really awesome.
I'm really. I can.
It's really nice. For me, actually, every time I need to help with my wig. Because I'm not wig maker, you know. So for me it's really hard, and I'm actually using the easier type of wigs, you know, like more like front-wheel or maybe like low-key. It's really easy to make it stylish, you know. And first of all, yeah, I'm using the lace front wigs. You know, the lace front is the lace part, yeah, in the front side of the wig. So I glue it into my head, and then I ask some friend to help me make it stylish, you know.
Okay. So you have someone style it on your head, on your own head. You put it on and then you ask someone to style it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions? Yeah, okay. What inspired you to become cosplayers?
Can I start again? I think a part was like she forced me because yeah, it was like I was really scared because I like really a long time anime and manga like since I'm a little girl, but I were like at schools where it was not so really popular and you get really mobbed by the other children, so I was most of the time like alone in the city there somewhere and reading my mangas. Yeah, no, sad, that's sad. But no, it was like really, I was afraid about what the people will say or like maybe my family. And yeah, and then I met her and she was like, yeah, I'm cosplaying, and I went with her to my first convention and yeah, so the people like, and then one day she asked me like, why don't you try cosplaying? And she helped me with the sewing and everything and the wig. And it was like pretty awesome because the people came to me like, wow, you look so good. And I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. And I learned so many people there like talking about cosplays and they also helped me like, okay, you are a starter and explain me stuff like how they did this like armor or something like sewing. And I was really impressed, and then, yeah, the door to hell opened.
Yeah, I always like anime and manga and stuff, and I don't know, I live in Kassel and there's a Konichi, and so I went in 2003, I think, to the convention in civil clothes with some friends, and first I want to check this stuff, and I was really impressed by all the cosplayers, and then I think about trying to make it as well. So I started it, and yeah, I really love this hobby. It's really cool. And the most favorite is about meeting all the other cosplayers and make new friends all over the world and Germany, and it's really cool.
コスプレを始めたきっかけは、まだコスプレをやってない時にコミックマーケットに遊びに行ったんです。行ってこうコスプレ広場を見てて、すごいなって思って見てたら、私ナルトが大好きなんですけど、ナルトのカカス先生がそこにいて、でこうやってカカス先生だって思って見てたら、カカス先生がってやってくれたの。そしたらもうかっこいいってなって、それで憧れて、もうすごい刺激を受けて、私もちょっとやってみたいなと思ったのがきっかけです。
When I didn't cosplay yet, I still went to the comic market in Tokyo, a very big manga anime event. And there's also a cosplay section where you can go, and I went there, and there were a lot of really cool cosplayers, but I really like Naruto, and there was this Kakashi sensei that was there, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cool, and then he just waved at me, and then I was like, oh my god, he waved at me. He's so cool, and then I thought, yeah, maybe I could try as well. Would be really nice.
So I always like manga and anime, me too. And few years ago, I see in convention in Italy convention, a lot of people play this hobby, and I would try to play with my friend and with a simple costume like Arisu Zumiya, you know, it's a scholastic, it's a uniform, and after I made myself the costume, and I like to meet the people, the other cosplayer, the other country, to meet a friend, and it's a wonderful hobby for me.
You know, for me, it's the same situation, like with my friends, you know. Actually, I watch the anime, I read the manga, so I have a lot of cosplayers friends. And when I visited some of conventions, I think, why not? I can do my best, you know. So it's nothing special to inspire me to make the cosplay.
Okay, thank you for sharing your stories. Do we have another question? Several, okay.
What do you think of your first cosplays when you look back on it today? Do you think like, ah, great, or just like, oh no?
Okay, start again. My first cosplay was like, yeah, she helped me, so the cosplay was good, it was not a problem, but you know, it was like, it was Bulma from Dragon Ball, the pink dress, and maybe it's not my color. It was like, yeah, it was really cute and everything, but if I look back today, I'm like, I'm more the Son Goku tag, not the Bulma. It's like, it's not fitting to me, but I love her, the character and everything, and I'm happy that it was my first cosplay. And the next day I tried one of her cosplays, Katara from Avatar, and this was like more fitting because she has the same like a darker skin and everything and the long brown hair like me. At this time I had long hair, and yeah, it was like I would not do it again. but I'm happy that this is my first one. Yes.
My very first costume was Nami from One Piece in 2005. And yeah, it was not self-made. It was, I bought a normal jeans and a shirt. No, it was a top. And I used my own dyed hair. In the past I had short red hair, and I think it looks okay for Nami, but yeah, it's really funny because Nami has orange hair, and yeah, when I look at the pictures now, it's really, really funny. It's really, really horrible.
最初のコスプレは、まあ、本当に忘れたいほどひどかったのね。もう忘れたいほどひどくて、もう見れたもんじゃないし、もうなんだこれもうモンスターはとかっていうくらいひどかったんだけど、なんかね、でも最初が全然ダメだったからこそ、もうどんどん直していこうと思って今の自分が出来上がったんだろうと思って、まあ、昔の自分には、まあ、このまま頑張れよと言いたいですテニスの王子様の仁王正治ってわかる？わかんない。テニスの王子様ジャンプ。
My first cosplay was from Prince of Tennis, and it was so horrible that I would really like to forget. But now when I look back, I think it was a good thing. It was that horrible because I started improving because of it, and it helped me a lot to get where I am now.
My first cosplay was Arisuzumiya, and it's very horrible. I was using my hair and different shoes, so the fabric is very, very bad, so no. And yeah, it's a simple costume, but now I think that I will make better. Of course, not with my hair. So yeah, it's a very.
My first cosplay was Ichimargin from the anime Bleach, and yeah, actually the second is too, but another costume. Yeah, and it was not self-made cosplay. I bought this cosplay, but I not bought the wig. tried to make it with my own hair, but my own hair is really dark for this character, and I bought some paint and tried to paint my hair into the white, color. It was really bad. So I delete all of these photos, and you can never find it. Believe me. The next cosplay to begin. So I already bought the wig for this cosplay, and it's good. Yeah. When I go back to fabric, was really good. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing funny and embarrassing stories. Okay, we had another question here. Okay.
How long does it usually take to finish a cosplay for you guys?
Repeat the question. How long times I need to make the costume?
Make the costume, yeah.
I think it depends on the costume, If I need to sew something, I need about maybe 1 month, for example, for the whole stuff for the trend wheel, because I'm not going in the suit stuff as well. So if I need to make the prosthetics fixed makeup, I need about maybe 2 or 4 days. It depends on the difficulty of the prosthetics makeup. And if I need to make the armor, it still depends on the armor. So this costume front wheel takes about 1 week, but I already have the molds, so I just cast the new one, So yeah, and the painting, I think about 2 days. It takes about 2 days. So it really depends on the costume, And I think in the last year, I made, 2 hard costume, just for the 2 weeks.
For me, it's the same, and depends on the difficulty of the costume. For example, Chaco, 1 month, and for an armor, depends 2-3 months. And yeah, I repeat the same things of Sir.
一番長い衣装で茨城童子っていうキャラクターの陰陽師の茨城童子っていう衣装は2ヶ月かかりました。で、僕のヒーローアカデミアの轟ショートは2日で終わらせました。
My longest costume that I took to make was 2 months. And it's a rather complicated one from a Chinese online game called Onmyoji. Ibaraki Doji. And for example, for easier costumes like Todoroki from Boku no Hero Academia, the hero suit, it took me 2 days to do.
Yeah, what I said, I think I need for a simple skill-only form 2 or 3 days, and when you have to craft something, yeah, it takes longer. So, I don't know, we worked at our WCS costumes maybe 3 or 4 months because of all the painting stuff and yeah.
Yes, yeah. Basically, yes. They say everything.
Okay. Another question?
Larry, what did you inspire to crossplay and why do you do it?
なんで男装かっていうと、昨日も話したんですけど、私自身が女性なので、ハードルの高い別の異性になることを面白そうだなと思って、ただ単に最初に私はコスプレ始めたら絶対もうずっと男のキャラクターしか着ないぞって決めました。それでずっと男装です。
For me, as a girl, it was really interesting to try out the boys' clothing because I think it's harder for me to become a boy than stay a girl. And that's why when I started cosplaying, I decided to just do the boys' cosplays.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Everyone, when you travel the world and you see a lot of conventions and a lot of different cultures, do you see any differences in how people in the different countries cosplay?
Yeah, for us it was like, by the WCS, you meeting like a lot of people from the different countries like Brazil, Mexico, USA, Canada, and also the Asian countries like Singapore, Taiwan, China. And it's really interesting how everyone is doing a cosplay. Like they're using totally different materials, or they have maybe like fabrics. Like in the Asian country, you have so much more different kind of fabric and colors and everything. It's like amazing. We saw like all the possibilities. Like in Germany, we have a good shops, but like for fabrics, maybe you know that it's like you have not so much choice. So it was really cool to see where they're getting their stuff and how they're doing, and to exchange and maybe get some cool eBay shops. Yes.
And I think when we was the first time in Japan, I was really impressed by the kindness of the Japanese people. It's very different, I think, to the German ones. I think the German people are always and the Japanese ones are always hi, hi. It's really, really cute. So.
海外のイベントは、アジアが、4国か5国くらい行って、ヨーロッパでドイツが初めてだったんですけど、アメリカとかはなくて、アジアとヨーロッパの違いだと、アジアは、アイドルが多いっていう、アイドルのコスプレ、ラブライブだったりとか、アイドルマスターとかっていうのが多い。でもヨーロッパのこのドイツの人たちは、自分のやりたいものをやっているっていう信念を持っている感じがすごい伝わってきて、私もどっちかっていうと流行とかあんまり関係ないタイプなので、やりたい時にやるヨーロッパの方のコスプレを見ていいなと思いました。
I've never been to the US, but I've been to Asian conventions a few times, and now it's my first time in Europe here. And I think the difference between Asia and Europe is that in Asia there are a lot of idol cosplayers like Love Live or Idol Master, and that people also cosplay things that are really popular right now, and they focus on these series. And in Germany I have the impression that it's not as important if a series is popular right now. You just do what you want to do, and I really, really like this kind of thinking here in Europe.
Okay. So for me, the difference between, for example, the Russian conventions and the Germany conventions is, I think here the people can really big attention to the details. So yes, and about the country, yeah, here is all so expensive, you know. The food, the beer, and the hotel, it's really expensive. But a lot of good friends and a lot of good people. For example, our judge, they are really, really cool people. You know, I love them. Sorry. And people here really friendly. You know, you are really friendly, and that's why I must thank you. Thank you. Yeah, for me, it's I really appreciate this. Yeah.
Just the same.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Do we have any? Oh, yeah.
I hope you don't mind, but first of all, a question specifically for Lei-san. Sorry? 特にレイさんに聞かせていただきたいんですけど、自分はね、去年でやっと日本に行ってコミケとか東京ゲームショウとかやっと行けて特にレイヤーさんについてレイヤーと写真館かな気になったことはいろいろあるんですけど今特にレイさんに知りたいのは、日本のレイヤーさんと海外のレイヤーさん近いは何ですか前の質問と近いんですけど、特に知りたいのは性格など交際など多分考え方について
ドイツの方と日本人の方が似てる部分ですか？
似てるだけじゃなくて違う
違ってる部分？なんでドイツの人が私が聞いてないんだろう。
ちょっと
違ってる部分
ないですか？
ドイツと日本の
ドイツだけじゃなくて大体海外の気になったことがありますかな？
気になったこと難しいな。
Okay, so maybe for the others too, I'm sorry. So what I just asked is just, I wanted to know, it's similar to the question, the last question, but I wanted to know more about the differences in maybe personality, society, maybe mentality of cosplayers, maybe your country. I asked specifically for Japan, and maybe other countries, because you were more talking about the cosplays itself,
メンタリティドイツの方のメンタリティをね、あんまりまだね、直接接点がないからわかんないんだけどでも日本人もちょっと職人気質な部分があるんですね。職人気質ってわかる？クリエイター気質。みんなこだわりが強いのよ。このパーツはこのサイズとか、この並びは8個あるとかっていうこだわり、信念とかこだわりでね、ドイツの大丈夫？大丈夫？大丈夫。ドイツの人ってやっぱそのクラフトだったりメイクだったりっていうのでかなり突き詰めてるって分かんないね。難しいな。とにかくごめんね、ソーリー。思う？ク クリエイターっぽいそのコスプレっていうものに対してすごい作り込む、たくさん作る、うん。
I don't know whether I got that, but I think she wants to say that in Germany there are a lot of people that are good at a lot of things on their cosplays, like wig styling and crafting and so on. And in Japan, they more focus on different parts of the cosplay, like they are really good at wig making and makeup, but not so much the other things, but I'm really not sure I understand. I'm sorry.
But while we were talking about like being good at certain parts of cosplay, do you personally have a favorite thing about cosplay? I mean, we already heard that you like armor, you two, and you like wigs. Is there anything else that you a specialty or something that you're really proud of?
Yeah, I'm not so good at like armor. I never did the armor cosplay, but I also like to make swords. Like, yeah, I have a lot of swords at home. Yeah, because I don't know. It's like, you know, I can't explain it, but just sanding the sword and like putting so much love into it, and then the details and everything. It's like meditation. I like it. Yeah, I'm sitting there in her arrangement and like sanding and crafting, and yeah, I like this. It's one of my favorite parts. Yes.
You need to try the making the armor.
Armor, yeah. I will.
I can teach you.
Yeah, next to styling wigs, I mentioned before I liked sewing, and yeah, after I finished sewing my costumes, I love it to add little details like little stitching with my stitching machine to give the costume the last finishing.
一番好きな部分は自分がフォトショップを使ってその撮った写真を1枚こう作品としてインターネットに上げるまでが一番楽しい作業なので、レタッチとかデザインっていうのが私結構好きだったりします。一番嫌いな部分っていうの、一番嫌いな部分は、裁縫なので服を作るのがとても面倒くさいから好きじゃないんですけど、しょうがなく作ってますいつも。
That I understood. She said that her most favorite thing is the retouching and using Photoshop and designing, and especially when she has one picture that she can turn into a really, really nice result that she likes really the most. And what she really doesn't like is actually sewing. And she always gets to the point where she is telling herself, oh my god, this is so annoying, really, really fast. So she really doesn't like, but she has to because otherwise she cannot take any pictures. So.
Yeah, I'm actually not only like making the armor. For example, I like the armor. I love the cast the armor. I love the mold the armor. Yeah, and put the armor, you know. Yeah.
So you like putting on the armor, but you don't like making it?
Not really. Because every time it's so uncomfortable, you know. I mean, the armor and walking in the armor too.
Okay, so you like making it, but you do not like putting it on, or the other way around.
Yeah, I think so. But I need. Yeah. Okay, I make for you. I will.
For me, also styling the wig. Well, I like to make armor, like, and yeah, and also to make the embroidery on the costume. For me, it's very relaxing.
Embroidery
Yeah.
or decorating the costume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's your most elaborate embroidery costume, or the costume that had the most decorations?
I did a big embroidery of my costume from the Tales of Hysteria. Because in the back of the costume there is a symbol, a big symbol about the game. So yeah.
Like this big?
Yeah, like this.
And it's all hand embroidered?
Yeah.
Do we have another question? We can take maybe one or two questions. Okay.
What character that you didn't cosplay already would you like to cosplay in the future, maybe?
Okay, right now I'm making the Illidan from World of Warcraft. So it's a really difficult type of costume because I need to make the body, I mean big body, muscle body with the scars, with the texture. So right now I've already finished this part, so I need to make prosthetics FX for my face, prosthetics FX for the hands, for example, it's like a gloves, and horns, and the back, the wings, of course the wig. So it's really difficult costume, and it's really big project for me. And also I want to make the Genji from Overwatch in the future, and maybe some types of the Loki's costume.
My next cosplay is Tamamo Cat from Fate, and I would to make another armor from Monster Hunter in the future. Yeah.
えこれをやったらコスプレをやめれるなっていう作品とキャラクターが一人いるんです。私には本当にそれくらい大好きで、でも作れないからずっと先延ばしになってるキャラクターが日本のゲームのメタルギアライジングのライデンってわかりますか？冬のライデンのコスチュームを着てみたい。それをずっともう 4,5 年前くらいから思ってるんですけど、なかなか作れなさそうで実現してないです。
She has one cosplay that she wants to do before she stops cosplaying, and this is a must for her. But the problem is that she cannot do it because he wears a lot of armor, so she's still trying to think how to realize the cosplay since a few years. And it's from Metal Gear Rising, and the name is Raiden. Yes, that's the one she really wants to do, but right now she doesn't think she's able to, so, but it will come in the future.
I'm a really, really huge Zelda fan, so I have to cosplay more from this game. Yeah, a lot of more Zelda outfits, and Mifa as well from Breath of the Wild. She's so cute, yeah.
Yeah, I already started like with one of my need to do, must do cosplays. It's not this because it has so many details and I love this character. It's like wow. and it's a really big challenge for me because I never worked with so much leather, and he has like really like everywhere details, and I'm like okay. I started already to buy stuff, and the second one is like I want to try an armor thing, and it will be Shiro from Voltron, like the paladin suit, and I already began like to search in the internet like from other cosplayers, like to get inspired how they're doing that. So yeah, that will be my project for this year.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to ask a question as well. Do you have any tips for beginners, for people who are just starting to cosplay? Anything at all? Maybe a crafting tip, or maybe just, you know, some general cosplay advice for beginners?
Since I stopped like for 7 years ago, it's not so long a time, and just ask people like on the internet, Facebook or something, like if you see someone and he did the cosplay you want to do also, just maybe send him a message and try to ask. Asking is the best thing to learn something, because otherwise you will not learn how to do it. And I think this is the best thing, and our community is really nice. I never met a person who said, no, I will not help you. Like, everyone I asked maybe can give me advice or help me. They did it. So just ask if you have a question or something. Just ask the people, like, sure, that's all.
Yeah, ask the people and try a lot of things to learn more, and do what makes you happy. Always do what makes you happy.
コスプレを始めたばかりの人にするアドバイスは、まず一番に好きなようにやること。もう一番簡単なようで、これが最近思うんですけど一番難しいことだなって思ってきてるんですよ。ただ楽しむっていうことをもう信念を持ってやっていくことが一番コスプレとして輝けるんではないかなと思っています。
She says that the most important thing is that you really do what you want to and what you would love to do, because she thinks that if you do this, then you will get better and then you will shine in your cosplays. You will have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think first of all, you need to think, do you need this or not? Because, by the way, nobody says that it is really hard work, the first role. So you need to think about it when you want to try. And also, you can find a lot of tutorials in the internet about the sewing, about the making some stuff, like the armors or the wigs. There is really a lot of tutorials, yeah. And of course you can ask, yeah, but try to make by your own self.
So first of all, have fun with this hobby, and yeah, you can find a lot of people when can you ask the help or on internet about a lot of tutorial, and start with in my opinion, with a simple costume, and after you improve your skill and your crafting, so with your friend, and yeah, guys, have fun. It's simple.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to point out what panels we still have on today. You can see Serge's armor panel starting at 11:30 right here. And, no, I'm sorry, we're starting with Kika's armor panel, right? 11:30. And then after that, Serge will also have an armor panel. Do you want to say anything about that? Maybe what you're focusing on in your panel? what you're going to do in the panel.
In my panel, I talk about a material most popular in Italy that I use in my armor. So I explain in a short time when you can find this material or how to make props with this.
So different kinds of materials, or
no, only the specific material, only this PVC material.
Okay, PVC, okay. And Sergio, armor workshop will be at 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I took with me some stuff, I mean some materials, and I can show you how to make the easier armor and how to make the cast. So after, I can give you a present, I mean the casting medal. So yeah, it's my gift for you.
And we will also have an autograph session with you three, with Kika, Serge and Lei, at 4 o'clock, 16 Uhr im Seminarraum 3, drüben oben bei den Seminarräumen. Yeah, that was it for today, and thank you very much for the inspiring stories, and thank you for your questions. And if you want to grab a print, for example, you can find everything on the table out there. You can buy the prints and you can have them signed this afternoon in the autograph session if you want to. So, have a nice Animuc, viel Spaß!